Hi, everyone. I'd like to talk to you about our tent meetings that are going to be going on all this summer. We're going to have about 5 different tent meetings and camp meetings. Encourage you to come, get in on these. They're real special events. It's the highlight of our year as a church to be able to be involved with these. It all started when I was a pastor up in Lowville, New York. I had just had this burden, a desire to do tent meetings and to camp together, get our church to stop the busy summer and come aside and camp. And I pitched the idea at different times, and it never really caught. No one had anything really to compare it with. None of us had really done it before. I'd been to camp meetings up in Canada, but had probably the most sense of it of anybody. But finally one year they all agreed to do that, and we didn't have a tent. We went out to this campground, and we all were camping, and we sit in a circle in our lawn chairs around a fire pit and began to have meetings. And it was even though it was like maybe July, it was cold, that heavy dew would settle on us, and everyone would be sitting around there with blankets. And we did that the first night, and it was a good meeting. But somebody come up to me after the meeting who just happened to be there, just happened to be a visitor, and he said, "Do you want a tent?" And I couldn't quite understand what he was saying and what kind of tent are you talking about. And he said, "Would you like a tent for a tent meeting?" I said, "Like, how big of a tent?" He said, "Well, probably hold 100, 150 people. And I said, "Where did you get a tent?" And he said, some lady gave it to him. And he'd go haul it, and he'd bring it to us if we wanted it. And I said, "Go get it." So the next night we had a tent, and it was moldy and had old wooden posts and poles and big, huge eave trough nails to hold the thing together. It was just kind of a homemade tent in a way, but it was a tent. And we had meetings, and the glory of the Lord came, and people were hooked on it. And the next year we used that same tent, but we couldn't all fit inside of it. Then we borrowed tents, and we rented tents. And every year people wanted to do these tent meetings or camp meetings. In fact, we had one camp meeting that wouldn't quit. People would just not leave. And so I'd say, "Do you want to go another day?" And they'd go another day, and then another day. I forget how many days we got, maybe 2 or 3 days extra. But they were just heaven on earth, wonderful, wonderful times. And it's caught something in our hearts. And we'd like to invite you to a tent meeting this summer. They're in different locations. You can find them near you in the list down below. God bless you.